Good morning. Today is a Monday, April 20th, 2020. What I'm working on today, here in Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma City area, I'm sure every state, they have a big trash day where people put stuff on the side of the road and the city comes by and picks it up, disposes of it for you. Well, people just get tired or they rebuild something and they throw stuff away that other people are like, hey, I can use that. So that happened the other day. This was a old shed, small shed, and someone put it on the side of the road. And I picked it up. I thought, I can use that. It's just thin siding basically, right? And I'm going to put it on my well house because this is just that particle board. I built a good frame, insulated it inside, but eventually the weather, and then I painted it. You saw the video, I think, when I painted it. Put shingles on top of it. But that particle board, wafer board, whatever it's called there, will eventually weather out. It will get brittle and all that stuff. So I'm going to put this on it and it'll help protect it from the weather. So I'm going to see what best I can do there. It's got some corner pieces on it and put it on there so that it'll protect it from the weather and hopefully make that thing last a long time, which it should, as long as there's no way that, rain, snow and all that stuff get in there, which I'm sure it will a little bit, but it won't be like it is just sitting out here, for everything to get on, the sun and the wet and rain and the wind. This will protect it. So, all right, I'm going to show you. I'll do that on video right now. I'm going to just close this solar thing down. Set this camera on top here, kind of looking into the sun, but you'll get what I'm getting ready to do is just fold everything down so you can see it. I kind of have it in place where I want it. Kind of. But you got a snail. Get all that. So, just lay this down. Then I'll measure, cut it off. Got to take these braces off there. Well, that's going to work out good. All right, I'm going to pause the camera, get some tools. Start on that back side over there and work my way around. The door will probably be the hardest. And cutting out these plug areas. I'm hoping that I'll be able to just pull that off, screw it back on, put some caulk around it. All right. There are the screws out of that part of it. I'll just continue doing that. Don't need to watch all that. Okay. Cut this one a little long, but that's all right. Just got some stuff behind me here I got to move out of the way. Not a big deal. And what I'm choosing to do is, I'll show you on this next one, just putting a general mark here and cutting the angle so I don't have to try to guess the height, cut the angles and all that good stuff. So then I'm going to kind of just screw it down as we go.
Want to break free from tobacco? Make your next smoke break a real break.
See how all this works out. It's doing okay so far.
For free help, including text and email support, visit okhelpline.com or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Yeah, I don't like the way that happens sometimes, but it's the way it is. These are too long. But it's all working out. Sometimes these self-tapping, when they're too long, don't cut into the metal as fast as I'd like. See, like that, almost went through, and then put a little bit too much pressure, and it jumps out of there. But eventually it bites. You just go ahead and put it on in. Let me show you what I'm talking about marking this panel. So you've got this panel here. I'll put it on, basically where I want it. And then I just kind of guesstimate, put a little mark right there, come over here, so that it'll slide under there a little bit when I cut it. I take it over here and I cut it, mark it off and cut it. So that's kind of the procedure that I'm working on right now. I got this side done, fit on there pretty good. I had those corners that I was able to use for these corners, which is awesome. Had a small piece that fit right on there. I mean, I didn't have to cut any, top to bottom lengths yet. When I get over here, I'm not real sure how I'm going to do this because I got to make sure that door is able to come on and off so I can get in there. Not real sure yet, but obviously I got some cutting to do around my plug, which that looks like it's getting ready to happen on this one. And these two situations here, this is a window. When I turn the light on in there to keep it warm during the below 32-degree nights and days, to keep the well house warm, I'd like to see it so I don't have to take the door off to make sure. I can just tell when the light comes on when I turn it on and off with the switch. So got that, so I can just have the visual to make sure the light bulbs aren't burned out and stuff. So that may be easy. I may be able to just take these off, these screws, take that off, put that on there, and then just cut another little hole and silicone that on there. And then this one here, we'll see. But anyway, this is working out the way I wanted it to. So I'll try to get this done today, and don't want to bore you with all the stuff, getting warm, finally. Warm's going to be 65, which is fine. So I won't bore you with all the stuff, but I'll show you the finished version. Maybe when I get to the, I just cut it, stuck it in there, put one screw in there just to hold it in place. It's gonna be fairly easy, I think. I'm just gonna be able to use my snips for this plug and just cut it out here and down and over, and then that cap will go right back on there and seal after I put that other piece on there. And probably have to cut a little bit out of the one I'm getting ready to put on when I cut this one, and that flatten that out because that'll be gone, and just seal it on there. So we're gonna see. All right, just wanting to show some more progress. Cut the holes there. Already put this back on. I'll have to bang this down right here because it's not letting that door shut good enough. So I'll just flatten that out a little bit just so it won't touch right there when I get that other section right here on. And then I'll put that window right there. I need some clear caulk. I don't need clear, but I'll put some caulk around here. Weatherproof, you know, to put that glass window back on. This back on. So I'll be able to put that on there fairly flat. I won't want to do that to it. So I'll put it on flat so that there won't be any creases for water to get in. So progress. All right. Getting closer. Got this bottom part on the door put on. Gonna put those and just let them overlap so I won't have to cut them. I'll have to drill a hole through there to secure the bolt through top bottom. I had these handles right here, so I'll put those back on. And on the back side of this, inside that insulation, there's a 2x4 that goes across there that the handles screw into to give me more support. So yeah, definitely getting it done. All right, back with more in a second. Doing pretty good. Got all the siding, I guess you're gonna call it, or I'll call it, on the door. Had a little trouble getting the bolts lined up because I drilled holes, didn't drill big enough. And these handles I put at an angle now, because otherwise you'd have to go over one of these grooves and it'd just be hard. Either I'd flatten it. So I just put it at an angle. It'd still be easier, you know, to grab and lift. And the goal is to get this thing so I don't have to get in there very often, which is real close to where I'm at right now. So this is what I have to work on now. Putting that last piece on this side here, which is right there. And I got to get one off of there. So take one of those pieces off to put it right there. And then go through and secure it with more screws. And I'll be done. So I'll show you the finished product here in a second. Well, there it is. Pretty much finished. Just washed it off a little bit. I'm gonna let it dry because it had dirt all over it. Turned out okay. Put that window on there and sealed it with some caulk. Doesn't look great. I'd rather use clear, but that's fine. I could paint that if I want, which I'm probably gonna paint those covers more similar paint to the siding. They got the door fixed, got those handles on there. Still a little dirty in there. I gotta clean that area up. I had the siding, I guess I'll call it metal siding, hang over the edge this way a little bit, because the way the door fits in there, there would be a groove that if I lined it up with the paneling or the OSB stuff, there would have still been a groove there where water could have just blown in there, and I didn't want that. Could it still get in there? Sure, because that's where the door is, and you know, I don't have it sealed real tight. But anyway, there's the other one. I'm gonna paint that similar so it doesn't stick out. Or maybe I'll leave it that way. That way you know where it's at. I don't know. But anyway, pretty good. I just gotta go back and put more screws in to tighten it up, button it up, but hey, you know, success, right? I don't know what time it is. It's probably close to noon. Took me about 3 hours, I guess, but finding that stuff on the side of the road, I don't know what that would have cost, you know, to buy siding and stuff like that. It's not perfect, but I'm the only one that sees the flaws in it, more than likely, unless some perfectionist comes out here, which, you know, like I've said before, I'm out here. Only the people I want out here come out here. So anyway, I'm excited about that. I really am. You know, just I had it laying there on the side for a while, and I thought today would be a good day to spend some time on that. And then I can organize some other projects I got to get done. Weather's supposed to be off and on nice for the next week or so. So I'll be able to get some stuff done. Still can't get inside there because it's still a little bit muddied inside. And I got to do some work in there and get in and out, and I don't want to drag mud over the floor joists and stuff like that. So I'm going to do projects like this till I can do that. I can probably start working on the sawmill. But thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Danny Designs, D Squared. Really appreciate your time watching. Watching me make my mistakes and just kind of putting band-aids on things until I can fix it the way I want it. And you know, if you're looking for perfection, this isn't it. but it does make it work. I make it work. So, all right. Appreciate it again. Thank you. Bye.